Moped moment. Well, guys, welcome to After Hours. I'm done for the day. I just started to tidy up the shop. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because I live in Jacksonville, Florida. As you guys know, we have some inclement weather headed our way, manana. Um, some people call it, say it's already turned into a hurricane or tropical storm, or as we call it in Florida, weather. Uh, Finished the Jolly Green, which I'm going to put some real pictures of up here in just a minute. And it was, it's the old kit repopped, a lot of fun. And unfortunately, I made so many mistakes trying to put together what is such a simple model. And crap, I'm looking at one right now. Tank's about to fall off. I have to reglue that. One of the LRT long range tanks is already trying to drop off. So got to work on the swordfish. I'll stick some pictures up there of that. Also, caught myself doing something I used to do as a kid. My brothers and I, our bedroom was downstairs for the most part, most of our lives, and we had our own bathroom. My mom never went down there, and our little bathroom had cheap wood paneling on the wall, and we would usually put the decals on our models right there at the sink, and of course, a lot of kids had decals left over. We weren't going to just throw them away. I mean, it's like giving a kid a box of stickers. They're going somewhere, and we would usually just stick them on the wall in no particular pattern whatsoever. So our downstairs bathroom was just speckled with them, and I'll show you some pictures. I've been doing that for a long time here in the shed. When I get decals that they're wet, they're not going to say, "Well, I'm not throwing it away. I'll stick it up on the wall." Some of them are damaged decals, some are just ones that I didn't use on the sheet. But anyway, just recently I started keeping a little bit of a scoreboard for the ones that have, the model number and kit number and everything on the bottom. Sometimes those disintegrate real easy. They're not put together like the other decals. But anyway, just another little things we do. I'm sure you guys have all stuck decals places that they were not intended to go. So came back in the shed after lunch, wasn't paying attention, sat down on my, that's probably cheaper just to buy another one. I actually snapped off the tab there, but whatever. So get a lot of emails from you, still putting stuff together. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow to do a morning broadcast and let you just update on whatever stuff I get. Still got a lot of pictures coming in. Got some great diorama shots from you guys, and a couple of you had already done what I mentioned. You'd already green screened or composited your own little fantasy dioramas, and so I got a couple of those. And anyway, real quick, I more or less finished the little Starfix model I was given. Of course, I didn't use the decals that came with it. I went in my spares box, put it in like post-war or National Guard-ish sort of markings, and I'll stick a couple of pictures up so you can see it better. I'll probably come and detail it more later, but anyway, it wasn't. I mean, yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff on it, like why they have these big ribs on the flaps and everything and stuff like that, and there's no scoop under the chin for I think it was the oil cooler, but I mean, overall, what do these things cost? $1? I'm not disappointed with it. Actually, be honest, I'm kind of impressed with it. And thanks for that. It was Mr. Fago sent that to me, and I want to thank you again for that. And Swordfish has a lot of flash, but easy to get off, and it kind of reminiscent of a frog kit. I mean, so far been no surprises. Got the links put together, got the fuselage together. Before I go any further, I want to research the interior color, since it's going to be a completely open cockpit airplane. I need to at least have that color right. Some folks had asked if I was going to pose a swordfish with the wings back, because the wings are in sections so that you can do that. So it wouldn't actually be that hard to engineer something. I hadn't really planned on it. Don't normally pose planes with the wings folded. It might be something interesting to do. But the thing is that with my eyes and everything, and I don't have any of that easy line. I mean, I do have some really fine fishing line, but I don't think I have the skills or the patience to rig it. I could try, I suppose, but now you think about it, if you were to rig those wings before you put them together, where you could get around them a lot easier, that might we'll see. Kind of has as much to do with your energy level as anything else. But, oh God, that thing had so much rigging in it, though. And by the way, I read the book To War in a String Bag that they called the swordfish the string bag. But I thought they called it that because all the rigging on it, and it turned out no, because when their airplane was, I guess, being tested, or for first with the fleet, they realized they could stuff anything in it, hang anything on it, it would still fly because it had so much wing and so much lift, and it was able to carry so many different things that apparently some officer made the comment. Back then, women in England would go shopping with a bag that was a little bit reminiscent, I guess, of a laundry bag. I think you could see through it like a mesh or something. But when they would it had a string on the top, like a laundry bag, that pull it back, and they called them string bags. And ladies would put all their different stuff in when they went shopping, because this is, I guess, before the day of disposable paper bags like we have today, or plastic bag. Anyway, and the guy just said something to the effect of, you can put more stuff in that airplane than a lady's string bag, and supposedly, according to the book, that's how the name stuck. And the airplanes were hard to shoot down, as the Bismarck learned, because they were canvas and wood. They're shooting at them and they're hitting the aircraft. In fact, I think it was Bernard at Military Aviation History, Military Aviation Visualized, I believe. Anyway, he does these very in-depth studies on that kind of obscurity. He was saying that the Bismarck was shooting with these anti-aircraft guns, and they were hitting the string bags, the swordfish, but the rounds were just going in and out, and weren't really doing any substantial damage. I don't think they lost that many of them, because unless you hit the engine of the crew or the gas tank, or managed to hit it with something that would detonate and blow a wing off, it would just keep right on going. And there was so much strut bracing that even if you knocked off some major components, as slow as that plane went, it would probably fly sloppy, but stay in the air, at least till they could nurse it back to the carrier. And ironically, if what I've read is true, of course I've never flown in these things, but it was actually preferred to its follow-on aircraft, which I believe was the Albacore, which looked kind of like a gussied up string bag with a closed canopy and bigger, more power. But apparently, some people say that airplane was a disappointment. And but then the same thing happened with the Americans. The old SBD Dauntless was replaced by the son of a bitch second class, the SB-2C Helldiver. And I personally never met anyone who liked the Helldiver better than the Dauntless, even though it was a more capable airplane in many regards. But the Dauntless could dogfight, and or as they called it, the barge. But it was a pilot's airplane. It had friendly handling characteristics. Yes, the Helldiver was faster, could go farther. They could carry more, but it was at such a price in handling. So take that for what it's worth. I don't want to say the Helldiver was a bad plane. Performance-wise, on paper, it was an evolutionary step up. But as a pilot's machine, they didn't call them ensign eliminators for nothing. Well, anyway, guys. You can just see the top there. I got started on the Saturn V. Did some more work on that today, too. So maybe I'll just stick a picture. It's got like the first stage, but I got other stuff, hardening. Simple as that kit is, you really do need to read the instructions before you put it together. Save yourself a little time. Don't ask me how I know. I know. So, guys, wish Florida luck, and hopefully we'll see y'all all in the morning. By the way, guys, quick note, I forgot to mention this earlier. I found a wonderful video by Mike Machat, I hope I'm saying that right, that I'm going to link here. And if you find this stuff interesting, you have got to see this. This man is the guru of things like box art and stuff like that. So we'll see y'all later. Take care.